City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content, like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live. Thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Follow Blinds, Pocker Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Distillers Direct, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Foxes Arms and Rainbows. We are live in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, Tom from Leicester Fan TV. Just thought I'd do a quick review of obviously this last 2 weeks and the two pre-season games. Obviously, firstly starting Shrewsbury, and then on Friday night we're playing Chesterfield playing Palermo. Where do we start? You know, I've seen some good points on Twitter. I've seen some interesting points on Twitter, on Facebook and the channel, and I've also seen some really negative stuff towards what we're trying to do. I think we need to be realistic as fan bases what we're going to expect this season with the players we've currently got, with obviously the points deduction before we start the season, and where we might end up at the season. And if that's relegation, then that's relegation. All we can expect is the boys to go out there and fight and try the best to try and stay in the Premier League this year. This is not going to be an easy season because if we do start on a points deduction, you know, you've got an uphill battle before you even start. But let's go to Tuesday. Tuesday night, travelled to Shrewsbury. Me and the boy went to watch it. Great to be back watching football, by the way. I don't know how my brain has been a bit all over the place the last couple of weeks. I've been that frustrated being stuck at home and only going to work. It's nice to be back watching Leicester and back watching the football season again. The World Cup doesn't do it for me. Euros, sorry, didn't do it for me at all. Great to be, follow England, but club over country for me every time. Shrewsbury away then. Interesting to see Danny Ward was obviously starting because Mads had only just come back and they didn't play Vestergaard or Faz or anyone like that in that game. It was very interesting lineups. What did I take from it? What did I sit there and see different from what we'd seen under Enzo and the way we were playing? I saw a massive difference. Some people see it, some people won't see the difference. I saw the massive difference of what we were trying to do. There was a quickness about moving the ball from back to front. There wasn't the negativity, as some people will say, of passing the ball backwards when it wasn't right. It was all about getting the ball forward. Yes, moving it around between, the side to side of the back, but there was no goalkeeper linking at the play. That was the biggest thing to first start with. There was no, Ward was playing the goalie on Tuesday. There was no Danny Ward standing on the halfway line calling for the ball to be in line with the centre half, being part of the play and part of moving the ball around. Danny was staying, just on the edge of the 18-yard box, being a sweeper keeper, but he wasn't really getting involved that much when he didn't need to, unless the ball came into the 18-yard box and then he was helped playing it out. But you didn't see him getting involved with the players much. But then from front to back, it was quicker. It was all about getting the ball, getting it wide, getting it to Fatui, getting it towards McAtee, especially on the right-hand side, or right 8, we'll call him, because then that's where the overloads were coming, because obviously in the game we were using Ricardo and the other fullback, Luke Thomas, on Tuesday as wingbacks more than anything. They were getting involved. They were pushing forward. They were linking up with the play. They were looking for the switches. Obviously, Mavididi playing as a 10 was an interesting selection, and it was an interesting to see how he does. I still think he's better as a winger, but I think this season we're going to have to use versatility. And when the squad gets, if you get an injury and stuff, you're going to have to, because we haven't got the revenue and the finances to go out and, change things. I think what I did notice in the game, obviously, and I noticed in the Palermo game, there was two things what worried me a little bit, and that was how open we are on the fullbacks with them pushing on so high. And with the lack of pace, obviously, Cody getting a bit older now. Ben Nelson obviously played the other night, and he had a solid game for me at the back. I just thought that's where we got caught out. And Shrewsbury, there was a few times down the channels we got caught out, because obviously that with Ricardo pushing on higher up the pitch, when the ball they turned it over and they did counter attack us, they were the weak spots for me. There was the areas what you could get at Leicester in the way we were playing under Cooper. But the difference with Cooper was, I felt when we did have the ball, we looked like we would take a chance to pass it forward. Enzo was all calculated. There was no risk factor in Enzo's football. It was all about the pass at the right time. Keep the pass, tire teams out, make them get tired, make them make a mistake, and then play the right ball into the right areas. Where I felt we've seen under Cooper in the first two games, Shrewsbury, not as much, but it was all about getting the ball, getting into positions, and if there's a 50-50 ball, try it. If we lose it, make sure we recover, make sure we get back into shape and try not to get caught out. But try to get the ball past, try and get the ball into the striker early, try and get the ball wide. If you've got a chance of having a shot, have a shot. Didn't do that as much at Chesterfield, but in the Shrewsbury game, I felt like we were taking pot shots from the edge of the area if they felt us in the right position. Obviously, I think Shrewsbury on Tuesday, obviously, Fatui played on the left-hand side, McAtee played on the right-hand side. Didn't feel that Fatui offered enough on that left-hand side. I don't understand he's trying different things because he might want to bring in a bigger striker where he just wants the ball whipping in. Great if you got your players on the right foot, but I think we all know Abdul's obviously strength is skipping inside, going down the line, skipping inside and having a shot. That is his strength, and that's where we see the best of him. And I think on the left, you could tell he was a bit frustrated at times in that game. First game, but, second preseason game for him, but a bit frustrating time for him because you could tell he just wanted to cut inside, and obviously playing on the left-hand side, he hadn't got the right foot to do that. I think the two things I've seen out of preseason worry me still is that we need a striker. Without Vardy, even though we scored two at Shrewsbury, I didn't feel like we had a goal threat. I love Patson, but again, the way Cooper plays, it is all about using the striker in the build-up, and I don't feel that's his strength. Dak is all about running in behind. Same as Vards, but I think Vards has grown into be able to do that because of Rodgers and stuff. You've got to be able to play with your back to goal, and I don't feel that is Daka's best attribute. He gets caught on the ball. He's not got the greatest of touch at the beginning, and sometimes I think his link-up play isn't as good as Vardy. And when we do get in the box, it's all about being clinical. Chesterfield, he had a half decent strike, but I'm expecting when you're in the box, you getting it past the keeper from one of the positions he had a shot at. But Shrewsbury, I just didn't feel his link-up play was there as well as it can be, and I still think that's probably our weakness so far. Second, we obviously get a deflected goal for Shrewsbury from Mavididi. Great to see him on the score for it sheet 2 goals in a row. And then the second half, Shrewsbury he played pretty well in that game, by the way. Shrewsbury really gave us a game, and I think that was their third or fourth game of pre-season, but they gave us a game. They really showed, up well against, a team back in the Premiership, Obviously, then we travelled to Chesterfield on Friday night, and he did go full strength in wide. He went with the best team he had possible. Obviously, still no Wild Faz in there, but Mads came back into the fold, and like I said, Mads wasn't playing his usual in the back four. What we'd seen under Enzo last season. It was stay in your box, stay on the edge of the 18 area in case you need to come and play. We'll play with you from the back, but only up to within the 18-yard box, but after that, that's down the centre halves to play. And there's a lot of time where Ricardo would go back into Cody and the other centre half, and then across onto the left hand side and back again, then go down the line. I felt our play was better against Chesterfield. I agree with Cooper on that, and I agree with him. We didn't have the final threat. That final third is something that we talked about last season at times in games. We didn't look threatening enough, and for me, that comes down to it. Without Vardy in the team, we don't look threatening in the box. For me, we haven't got that recognised goal scorer, that goal scorer is going to get in the box and score you goals. I think listening to Cooper's interviews, he's quite sure that is where he wants to play. He wants a goal scorer. He needs a striker to be there in case Vardy's not fit. Because for me, Cannon, Vardy, and Daka are all very similar strikers. They all want the ball in behind. They all want to make those runs into the channels and into the box areas. They're all like poacher. For me, you need a striker if you're going to play this way that can hold the ball up a little bit, but also is a threat in the box early. Because the way we were whipping the balls, and there wasn't an aerial threat in there for me. And I think that's something we need to work on. Is our final product, because this year we're not going to get the chance we had in the Championship. Where you might get 10 chances in a game in the Championship, you're only going to get 2 or 3 possibly some games in the Premier League. And I think that's one thing we're going to have to work on is the finished product, getting the ball into those right areas. Because Chesterfield away, even though we lost the game, there was numerous chances where we should have scored, where we kicked the ball and it's 6 yards out from a corner, or we missed a header from a ping point cross from Harry Winks. He's had a great preseason in my view. Some of his passing the other day was absolutely brilliant again. We've got to be more clinical. And I think Cooper said that after the game. Clinical, we weren't. And that final third, we weren't as good. First half, we weren't too bad. Second half, we were awful going forward, in my view. We had a lot of possession with not really creating a lot of chances. Get your views in. I want your opinions. Like I say, I've seen some great opinions. I completely agree. Some opinions, I think it's harsh. I said in my opinion, don't think Daka feels that role good enough to be in the Premier League. I really hope he proves me wrong. Like I say, anyone I don't think is good enough, hope proves me wrong. It's great to see Mads back. That was the biggest, one for me. We need him as the first choice goalkeeper this year. And obviously, Slarchek, who've been a great backup all last season, obviously going to be out for a period of time, anywhere from 3 to 6 months, rumours are told. So that you're going to have to keep Danny Ward or Everson at the football club now for the start of the season. For me, I'd to keep Everson and let Danny Ward go. Not against Danny Ward, but he doesn't feel with the confidence to play in this team now. And I think, for me, go get the money off the books to bring more players in. With what we're talking 3 weeks of the window to go, well, just under a month to go now, with the season, transfer window a month to go, and 3 weeks till we kick off tomorrow, home to Tottenham. What do I want to see in the door? I want to see another striker. I want to see an attacking player who creativity. For me, proving the Premier League experience could be vital in that if we can get someone. Always tricky because market values in England's a lot more than you go and play abroad. There is some gems out there, but I think this season we haven't got time to find a gem and wait 12 months for him to adapt to the Premier League. It's all about finding people who can do that. It was great to see Reed the other night come on. I do like Reed, always like Reed. Very tidy little player. Got choked out the other night in some way because there weren't any space for him to really get into the game in that final 15 minutes or 20 minutes when he came on. But again, I think he'll be a good attribute to the team and squad. But yeah, I think before the season start, it'd be nice in the next couple of weeks we can get another striker in the door and we go from there. Like I say, get your views in. I want to hear your views. I want to hear your comments. I'm going to be doing these videos after each game going forward. I do enjoy doing the post-match reviews, and I enjoy your opinions and your comments. So for now, enjoy your Sundays. The sun is shining. Let's enjoy it while we can because it doesn't stay out for long. And I'll speak to you probably next Sunday after our next pre-season game. Cheers.
The Leicester City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content, like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live. Thanks to our sponsors, Everods, Bolo Blinds, Pocker Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Distillers Direct, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Foxes Arms and Rainbows. We are live in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.